Dolly Parton has always been more than a global icon with glittering outfits and unforgettable songs. Behind the bright smile and timeless voice is a woman who has lived through deep love, painful loss, and emotional battles that shaped her soul. Her story is not just about fame or success, it is about resilience, faith, and the quiet strength to carry heartbreak without letting it dim her light. The loss of her husband, Carl Dean, marked one of the most profound chapters in her life, revealing a side of Dolly that the world rarely sees. It is a story of devotion, sacrifice, and a love so private yet powerful that its absence left an irreplaceable silence. A love that lived away from the spotlight. Dolly Parton and Carl Dean shared one of the most unique love stories in the entertainment world. Married in 1966, long before her fame reached its peak, Carl chose to stay away from the spotlight while quietly supporting her from behind the scenes. Their relationship thrived on privacy, trust, and a deep emotional connection rather than public appearances. He loved her not as a celebrity, but as the woman she truly was. While Dolly dazzled audiences worldwide, Carl remained her safe place, a constant in a life filled with chaos and attention. Their bond wasn't built on perfection, but on loyalty, humor, and understanding. This quiet love became the foundation that allowed Dolly to rise so high without losing herself completely. The silent goodbye that changed everything. When Carl Dean's health began to decline, Dolly carried the weight of it in silence. She continued performing, smiling, and entertaining millions, even as her personal world slowly fell apart. Behind the stage lights, she was watching the man she loved fade away. When he passed, she didn't grieve publicly in dramatic ways. Instead, she withdrew into herself, choosing privacy over spectacle. For someone who had spent her life sharing music and joy, this loss was deeply personal and almost too painful to express. She later admitted that no matter how strong she appeared, the absence of Carl left a space that could never truly be filled. It was a heartbreak that didn't need an audience. It lived quietly within her. A life without children. A deeper loneliness. One of the most emotional aspects of Dolly's life is that she never had children. Though she once dreamed of becoming a mother, health complications in the 1980s made that impossible. This loss added another layer to her grief, especially after Carl's passing. He had been her closest companion, her partner through decades of life and change. Without children and now without him, the silence in her personal life became even more profound. Dolly has often reflected on this with honesty, acknowledging both the pain and the acceptance that came with it. While her fans became like an extended family, the absence of a traditional home life remained something deeply personal. A quiet ache she carried with grace. Early losses that shaped her strength. Long before losing Carl, Dolly experienced heartbreak through the loss of loved ones who shaped her journey. Family members, including those who supported her early dreams, passed away, leaving emotional gaps that influenced her deeply. These losses were not just moments of sadness, they were turning points that shaped her resilience. Each goodbye added a layer of strength, but also a layer of vulnerability. She learned early that life could take away the people who mattered most, and that realization stayed with her. Instead of breaking her, these experiences became part of her creative spirit, fueling the emotional depth that listeners feel in her music. Her voice carries not just melody, but memory and meaning. The hidden battle with depression. During the height of her fame, Dolly faced one of the darkest periods of her life. Health issues, emotional stress, and overwhelming pressure led her into a deep depression. She has openly shared that there was a time when she felt lost and struggled to find meaning. The expectations placed on her, combined with personal challenges, created a storm she had to navigate alone. She admitted that she came close to giving up, a moment that revealed just how human she truly is. What pulled her back was her faith, her inner strength, and the support of those who cared for her. This chapter of her life is a powerful reminder that even the strongest individuals can face moments of deep vulnerability. A marriage tested by fame and distance. While Dolly and Carl's marriage was filled with love, it was not without its challenges. Her demanding career meant long periods of separation, constant travel, and endless public attention. Rumors and gossip often surrounded her, creating additional strain. Yet, through it all, their relationship endured. They chose each other again and again, not because it was easy, but because it mattered. Carl's independent nature allowed him to live comfortably outside the spotlight, while Dolly's dedication to her work kept her moving forward. Their ability to balance these differences became a quiet strength in their marriage. It showed that love doesn't have to be loud to be lasting, it just has to be real. Turning pain into music and meaning. One of Dolly Parton's greatest gifts is her ability to transform pain into something beautiful. Every heartbreak, every loss, and every struggle found its way into her music. Her songs became a form of healing, not just for herself, but for millions of listeners. She turned personal sorrow into universal emotion, allowing others to feel understood through her words. Music became her way of processing grief, expressing love, and finding hope. Even after Carl's passing, she continued to create, proving that while pain may change a person, it doesn't have to silence them. Instead, it can deepen their voice and make their art even more meaningful. A childhood rooted in poverty and faith. Dolly's story begins in the Great Smoky Mountains, where she was born into a life of poverty but surrounded by love and faith. Growing up in a one-room cabin, she experienced hardship from an early age. Yet, these humble beginnings gave her a sense of gratitude and determination that never left her. Her first performances in church revealed a natural talent that would later change her life. Faith became her anchor, guiding her through both success and struggle. These early experiences shaped her identity, teaching her the value of hard work, humility, and belief. They also laid the foundation for the strength she would need in the years to come. Strength behind the smile. To the world, Dolly Parton is a symbol of joy, humor, and kindness. But behind that bright exterior is a woman who has carried immense emotional weight. She has faced loss, loneliness, and personal battles while continuing to uplift others. Her ability to remain kind and optimistic is not accidental. It is a choice she makes every day. She once said that being nice is something you have to work at, and her life reflects that truth. Her strength lies not in avoiding pain, but in rising above it. Even now, as she faces life without Carl, she continues to move forward with grace, showing the world that true resilience is quiet, steady, and deeply human. And a legacy built on love and resilience. Dolly Parton's legacy is not just about her music or her fame, it is about the life she has lived and the love she has shared. She has survived poverty, heartbreak, and personal loss, yet she continues to shine with warmth and generosity. Her story reminds us that success does not protect us from pain, but it can give us the tools to rise above it. Even in her grief, she finds ways to connect, to create, and to inspire. Her journey is a testament to the power of love, faith, and perseverance. And while the world may see a legend, at her core, she remains a woman who loved deeply, lost greatly, and still chooses to keep going.